Let's take a look at Hungry Minds, The Black Book. Welcome everyone to the Zillotronics channel, and for today I'm taking a look at Hungry Minds' latest release, The Black Book, contained here in this postcard themed box. So let's go ahead and get this opened up and we'll take a closer look. Here we have the postcard themed packaging item, the thing you've been expecting. Weight hefty in a good way. It is a large book. Made by, hand illustrated by real artists, no AI involved. So for those of us who do not want AI taking over everything, it's good to see some real artists putting together works like this. Sent to a curious mind, in this case that's me, and from Timur and Seva, or Siva, not sure. And best used by no expiration. So this book should last a lifetime, and then some. So anyways, this actually came in another cardboard box that was well packaged. I did order this book as a late pledge on Kickstarter. I got the all-in kit, I think it was, which comes with, I believe, a blueprint poster, some stickers, and a postcard, and a few other little goodies. So those came with this order. If you order it from their website, you'll have some different options, such as if you want a gift box, like a clamshell, which adds a little bit to the price. And I don't believe it comes with like the stickers and the poster. That's something that might be Kickstarter exclusive. So you have to check that out. Website will be linked below. Anyways, let's get this thing opened up. Very well packaged. Little quote here: we make beautiful artifacts, not too often, never quite the same, always a little strange. This one's yours. Now treat it accordingly. And inside we have, don't enter tomorrow unprepared. So we have a little postcard here in a little plastic sleeve. Very nice artwork. We have a sticker pack. As mentioned, this is because I did back it on Kickstarter. We have a little Space Y aircraft. We have a little brain here in a jar, and some other cool little stickers. So if you're into stickers, it's a pretty nice little addition. And here is the gift box, or it's a clamshell within this box here. So the book's actually within this book, or within this container. The Black Book, Hungry Minds, little decal on the back. Very nice, durable little clamshell. I've actually purchased the book and the last book already from Hungry Minds, also with the gift boxes, so they all should hopefully match and look quite nice on the shelf. Let's go ahead and get this box here out of the way. And also came in the main package is this poster, I believe. Take a look at it. It's quite large. Here we go. Try to get it to fit here. Automatic book page turner, a blueprint. One of those wacky inventions that didn't really quite pan out because, yeah, do you really need an automatic page turner? Well, maybe if you have a massive omni book of giant scale and proportion, but this is what it is. Automatic page turner was designed for readers who believe in lifting a finger is a compromise. So it mechanizes this act. Very durable, thick feeling poster. This would look quite nice framed or just hanging up in your workshop or your office. It's very cool. Move that off to the side. And what we're actually waiting for here, this is the Black Book in the gift box. Very nice, smooth opening. It's nothing super fancy. It's a cardboard gift box. No, suede insert or anything like that. Little QR code here. And the beautiful Black Book right here. It's got a soft touch cover. It shows up dust and fingerprint a little bit because of this material. I don't know if it's like a leatherette or almost a rubbery texture. As you can see here. So it's already picked up a little bit of dust and stuff, and just marks because of this texture. So it feels nice, looks nice, but unfortunately since it's black, shows up every little mark. Has some very nice silver foil work here on the spine, on the cover, on the back. Very cool. It's got smooth cut pages. It's got a headband here, and it is sewn bound, so it should last a lifetime, and it should open up completely for a lay flat reading experience, which is good for a book of this size. Speaking of this size, I have a normal hardback sized book here, The Martian by Andy Weir, to show you guys a size reference. This is a relatively normal size hardback book. It's not exceptionally large or small. And I got this from, I believe, Barnes & Noble. And this tells you just how massive the Black Book is. It is not a small book. This is a very large, very big book. This thing just looks dwarfed in comparison. So, just wanted to give you guys that reference. Let's go ahead and get this book. We'll go ahead and dive in. Let's open her up. Comes with a nice little bookmark ruler. It's not really cardboard. It almost feels like a wax cover or something. It's almost like has a texture to it. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. If it's just some kind of, it almost feels like the cover of the book. And if you're an original backer, it looks like they've put your name in the book. Since I was a late pledge, I do not believe my name is in the book. This is just the original backers on Kickstarter. Here we go. The Black Book, the ultimate guide to alternative inventions. Paper is very thick. This is thick, high quality, durable paper, almost like construction paper yeah, very thick, very tactile, nice sharp printing, very nice color. Introduction here. Anyways, there are two kinds of inventions. The first changes the world, the second tries to. This book is devoted to the second. Every invention here began as a brilliant ideal. Plans were drawn, money invested, prototypes built. For a moment, each seemed destined for success. Then reality intervened, sometimes gently, sometimes not. Some ideals were too complex or too expensive. Some solved problems no one actually had. Others worked perfectly but proved unnecessary. And some were simply too strange for the world to accept. This book celebrates them all, the weird, the wondrous, the gloriously impractical. So that's what this book is. It is inventions that just didn't quite go anywhere because they were just ridiculous or too expensive, as mentioned. Table of contents, we got land transport, aviation, space, water world, architecture, household, style, safety and health, know-how, IT and telecom, military and entertainment. And the book appears to be, it's probably going to be about 300, a little over 300 pages. So the last entry here is a sensorama on page 306. Each of these inventions appears like they give them about 2 pages or so. And here we go. So as you can see here, this is the artist-drawn illustrations that will be throughout this entire book. Very nice, very cool looking art. And here are some of the inventions under the land, I think it was land and transportation section. Yeah, land and transport section. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just flip through some of these pages and you can take a look at some of these wacky inventions here in the Black Book. have the team right here. Main writer, creators, project managers, art directors, illustrators, proofreaders, and everything in between. That is the end of the book. You can hear that binding. This is slowly breaking in that glue. As you notice, lays down nice and flat. No real gutter loss here. You can read pretty much everything nice and clear and just beautiful. I love how all the artwork is consistently themed. You don't have random completely where art is completely different between pages, where there's no central theme or style. This is all styled the same way, even with multiple artists. So they maintained a seamless feel with this book, which is super cool. I did mention that I have the book and the last book, so let's go ahead and bring those over and we'll flip through those as well while we're at it. So we can show you guys the book if you're not familiar with it, and the last book, which came prior to this, the book being the original. The last book is kind of a follow-up to the book as a story, and then the black book is kind of like the failures, leftover inventions and stuff. Here is the book inside of its gift box clamshell. Similar theme and design with the silver foil. This one actually feels more of a cloth cover, whereas this is a soft touch, rubbery type texture. This is more of a cloth feel to it. Still can show a little bit of dust and whatever, but still looks great. Go ahead and we'll stack her up. One thing to note with the book, if you didn't get the original release of the book, it contained some mature rated content that they later removed from the book and included in this little censored envelope. So if you have a newer print like I do, you get the envelope. If you have the original printings, then you get it within the book. So just something to note. I'll leave it here in the clamshell. And next up is the last book. You can see here, almost like a stone tablet look to it. And in this one also has a slightly different cover material than the other two. So cloth, the rubberized one, and this one almost has a rough sandpaper feel to it, but it looks kind of like, like a stone tablet or something like that. So it's kind of cool. So we'll kind of put them in order of when they were released. So we have the book, the last book, the black book. The book is The Ultimate Guide to Rebuilding Civilization. The last book is The Diary of the Last Earthling, more of a story. And the black book is The Ultimate Guide to Alternative Inventions. So, why not flip through it a little bit? Construction is very similar, sewn bound. Got a headband here. It's got some nice smooth cut paper. It is a flat spine, as you saw here, just like the black book, which also has that flat spine here. Yeah, we'll show you guys. You can see here, opens nice and flat, easy to read. And we'll go ahead and open her up. And here is the table of contents. Pretty much everything from first things, medicine, plants, animals, food, materials, tools, building, mechanics, optics, sailing, human art, music, society, just a bunch of different things that might be useful to rebuild society after a devastating catastrophe or the apocalypse or something like that. So we have everything from making fire. I believe this has like an intro somewhere maybe. Oh, here it is. The story of humans is a story of discovery. No matter which planet, which timeline, in whichever branch of the multiverse you might find people, and they'll be busy improving their lives. This is our great gift and our curse. And yeah, so we'll go ahead here. And what it says here, disclaimer, this book is designed to provide general information only. This information is provided and sold with the knowledge that the publisher and author do not offer any legal or professional advice. So don't blindly follow anything in any book, really, because you may get injured, die, or have another problem. So this is just informational, could be very useful in everyday activities, or if the world ends and you want a hard copy, physical copy of something, good to have something like this around. Anyways, paper quality is very similar to the black book, though maybe a little glossier feeling, not quite as rough, but it's very thick. Very nice. Prints are nice and sharp and detailed. Has that nice weathered paper look, so it makes it kind of look like an ancient book you'll pull off your shelf 100 years from now or whatever. So yeah, we have different methods to make fire. We have how to find water, edible and inedible plants, making rope, simple housing designs. We got plow and tools. We got rectified spirits, multi-tools, some aviation, aeronautics, everyday life, just tons of different cool things. Alarm clock, painting, and just a little bit of everything that we may find useful. And the last book. This one I noticed is constructed differently than the other two. It has a curved spine, still it's sewn bound, which is good. As you can see here, flat spine. Just something to note. So it does have an inward curving pages here versus these kind of curving a little bit outward, flat, and sandpaper type texture. But the pages have the similar weathered look. And this is pretty much just a story about a guy, I believe, after the fall. And it kind of just follows his story through all his activities and stuff. Haven't read it yet, but I hope to sometime in the near future. I'll go ahead and just flip through it real quick so you can see what it's all about. Similar art styles and similar construction and build. The 3 books, dimensions, all the same height, all the same width, the book being the thickest, most pages, the last book being second, and the new black book being the thinnest of the books. You can see that, they're pretty hefty, quite large. I'll go ahead and get them back in their gift boxes. Show you a quick comparison of the gift boxes side by side. You see how they may display on your shelf, and we'll wrap this one up. All 3 of the book gift boxes are lined up here as if kind of like they'd be in your shelf. One thing I did notice, they are dimensionally the same height. They're very similar in their overall thickness, but for whatever reason, the last book is deeper or wider, I guess you could say. As you can see here, it protrudes beyond the other 2 books. So if you have these slid back into your shelf, like so, this one will be sticking out a little bit further than the other ones, so you might want to just push these ones up to meet it so it looks a little bit nicer on your shelf. And but the overall theme of the 3 gift boxes on the spines are very similar. It's got the same design pattern, same style font, just slightly tweaked to match its actual book theme. So you got a little weathered look here, got the sharper, crisp, scientific look, and then you have the more, I guess, sci-fi look, maybe, I guess you could call it. But just to give you guys reference of how you might have these on your shelf if you do have all 3. And you can see this one protrudes out just a little bit more. Not a deal breaker by any means. They are actually just wrapped up a Kickstarter for their latest book, which is the Book of Archetypes. It's going to be, I believe, in a red gift box, and it's a red book with, I believe, the same silver foil work. we'll see how that one stacks up, because I did back that, and I will have that sometime in the future once it's produced and shipped out. That concludes this video on Hungry Mind's latest release, the Black Book. If you're interested in the Black Book, their other books, or any of their other products, check out the links in the description below. If you guys like this video, feel free to like, subscribe, share, and all those other fun things. Check out my website at zilla.com, Z1LLA.com, and I hope to see you guys on the next video. See ya.